Good evening, fuckers. We are back with the next Train Simulator Classic request video, and this one is a request from LaserJetJordan, and it's essentially the return trip of a request that he made a few requests ago. Because I do these videos so frequently, a request that to me feels like it was done a few months ago actually only turns out to be like a week or two at most. But anyway, previously he'd asked for an LNER liveried Zoomer to do Peterborough to King's Cross, and now we are doing the return trip. So we are starting at London King's Cross. Our destination is Peterborough, and we are indeed in a 10 car class 800/2 in the good old LNER livery. Now, if an LNER class 800 is departing from King's Cross, there's only one destination that it's going to, and that is Edinburgh. So we are going to treat this as if it is the first stage of that trip. So our trip from King's Cross to Peterborough is going to be non-stop. We're not stopping at any stations along the way. So we're going to see how quickly we can get up to the max line speeds, and how quickly we can actually do this run. So with regards to specifics, we have spring, it is overcast, and it's 11:30 AM. I don't think any of those are going to have any real effect on this run, so it should be pretty straightforward, I think, this one. Anyway, that is the setup. Let's get this underway. And here we are. Now I will admit that when I was asked to do this run, it was last night I got the request, I did point out to him that I'm really not feeling my best, so much so that I told him it might be a couple of days before I can do this. Before I continue that story, let's get this thing set up.
TPWS and AWS operational.
So TPWS is operational. Oh joy. I think that is everything set. So anyway, I was feeling absolutely fucking awful yesterday. So I replied to him saying, obviously, I will do it, but it might be 2 or 3 days that you need to wait, because I'm really not feeling up to it. Hey, he was fine with that, in fact, I think I've opened the wrong side. Yes, I have. Let's open the right side. as it is, I mean, I'm still not feeling great. There's no doubt about it. I'm not feeling my best at all. But I'm feeling better than I was last night, so I thought, yeah, let's give it a go. Certainly nowhere near as many trains here as you would expect to see at King's Cross, but nevertheless, we've got a good selection here. So we got our 800/2 here. We have a Class 43 HST, and we have a Class 717 over there. So, yeah, good selection, which I do like to see. We've got another 717 coming in. Okay, now, as we are on the East Coast Main Line, an electrified route, I can use the speed set. So I will do that. We'll set it to 15, which is our initial speed. Everything's all clear. I have got everything set up, including lights. Yeah, I did do the lights. Let me just double check tail lights. I thought I'd switched them off. I have switched them off. Okay, yep. So we are all set. Let's get up and running. Now with the speed set on, I can basically put this up into 100%, so we're making a decent getaway from the platform. But yeah, we will not be speeding. So we don't have another, well, yeah, we shouldn't have another sort of like risk of speeding until we start reaching 125 mph. So we'll see how that goes. So what we've got coming here towards us, it's another Class 43 125. Well, Class 43 HST. It's the wrong colours to be an Intercity 125, but you know what I mean. This light isn't making a vast amount of difference in this tunnel, is it? So this is a 10-car train, which is basically 2 units that have been joined up in the middle. Very soon we will be in the 45 mph zone. We are there now. Let's set the speed set. So we go under the first part of HS1. Into the next tunnel, and once, in fact, yeah, we're not even at the end of the tunnel and we're into the 65 zone. There we are. So we can start picking up speed again. So we approach the Emirates Stadium. And we can now go up to 80. But we take a look there. There is the Emirates. And if we look along the yeah, you can see the 2 units joined together there to form our 10-car train. So as we're going through Finsbury Park, which is the first station we encounter, we will be able to go up to 90. So yeah, there we are. That was Finsbury Park. Speed set is at 90. Soon have another slight speed increase up to 95. As I always point out on this route, we're not going to be able to do 125 until we have passed Welwyn Garden City. Not sure what station this is, but we are on an avoiding line. Oh, Haringey, there you go. We're on quite a few avoiding lines around here. We pass the 319. So yeah, avoiding line for Hornsey Station here, another avoiding line for Alexandra Palace there. There's 365 in Network South East livery, and here we have a 321. That was in First Capital Connect. Okay, Hornsey Station. Well, it looked like we did go through an avoiding line there. There's another 365. I've got a couple of them there. The second one in First Capital Connect livery. I've missed the 95 speed zone, so yeah, I can bump up the max speed again. We have a 100 coming up pretty fast as we go through Alexandra Palace. You can just see the transmitter there. So I think the 100 zone starts as we emerge from this tunnel that we are approaching. Yep, indeed it is. Go up to 100 now as we approach New Southgate. So 115 zone starts as we emerge from this tunnel and we approach Oakley Park. So we've still got a fair few of these sort of London suburb commuter stops here. So yeah, we are in the 115 zone. So here is Oakley Park. There's no denying the 800s in this LNER livery. It's a great looking one. Stay here as we approach New Barnet. Yep, there we go. So Hadley Wood is next. very much approaching the tail end of the London suburb stations now. Hadley Wood, I'm fairly sure it's sandwiched between two tunnels. Oops. Yeah, that was Hadley Wood Station. So I think we have now left London behind us. Potter's Bar, okay, no. After this stop we have left London behind us. I keep forgetting about Potter's Bar. So yeah, here we are, Potter's Bar Station, and that is, yeah, that's certainly the last of the London suburbs. Brookman's Park, this is outside of London. I think we're now in very much in Hertfordshire. So I forgot to mention at the start of this, the distance is somewhere in the region of 78 miles, King's Cross to Peterborough. It does actually take longer than I always think. To me, London to Peterborough doesn't seem to be all that far away. In fact, yes, it's a reasonable distance. So here's Brookman's Park. It's about as memorable a station as trying to memorise a specific paving slab. So here's Welham Green down fast. I don't think that is an actual station. So we pass another 717. Getting quite a few of these 717s now. It does indeed look as though there is a Welham Green station, such as it is. But yeah, all the 717s that we've seen on this run so far, they are the DTG 717, if you can really call it a DTG one. It's not the Armstrong Powerhouse one. So we are approaching Welling Hatfield, as it should be called, but yeah, just Hatfield. So this means we are fast approaching Welwyn Garden City, and that means we will be fast approaching 125 zone. So that was Hatfield Station. So on the Welling South zone here, yeah, no station here. It's not until Welling Garden City itself. I'm pretty sure that's it there. We are going to be again on the avoiding line. I couldn't tell what train that was we were passing. The tunnel wall, or the wall of the bridge, was in just the wrong place. But yeah, we are so through Welling Garden City. Welling North is fast approaching, as is the 125 mph zone. I think there's a tunnel as we leave Welling North, and the 125 zone starts on the other side of that tunnel over this fairly lengthy viaduct here. Towards here is Welling North. Here is the tunnel, and there is the 125 zone on the route display. Now, once we start approaching 125, that's when I've got to do a little bit more than just sit here with the throttle on 100%, because this is where the speeding errors can come along. So we're in the 125 zone. Nebworth is fast coming up. Now, I did quite recently, as in yesterday, get another third-party route DLC, and among its features is a fully electrified section of the East Coast Main Line from York to Newcastle. So I can now do the full East Coast Main Line run in an electric train. I can't say I'm in any hurry to do the full length East Coast Main Line run, at least not yet, but when I am, I already know exactly which loco I'll be using to do that run. So, well, I'm not going to say keep a lookout for it, because it's going to be a little bit before that video gets done. So here is Stevenage. hitching down fast reverse. Yeah. Of course it is. I don't think hitching is actually on this line, isn't it? I think hitching is one of those that if I had the line that splits off here, I think it's around actually just before Stevenage, somewhere between Welling Garden City and Stevenage, and it heads off to Letchworth and Hitchin. Although, well, this certainly looks like a station. Surely that is Hitchin. So there you go. So much for what I was saying. Arlesey is coming up. Because it wasn't that long ago I was doing this run, but I was in a class 317 then and stopping at, I think I was stopping at every station. That run took quite a while, not least because, yeah, the 317 is certainly not going to be matching the speed of an 800. So that was Arlesey station. So yeah, I was in a much slower train. And I was stopping at every station, so yeah, we were not going to be matching the the rate at which we will be doing the run this time. So we enter the land of the 1,000,001 level crossings. I mean, it's certainly nowhere near as bad as the amount of them on the Nottingham to Lincoln route, but there is still, yeah, a huge amount of them. I was really hoping to get a clear run on this one, but no. Biggleswade station is coming up, where I started my run in the ballast tamper. Still not driven that thing since doing that video. I haven't got a clue how to operate it now. I've completely forgotten. Another 365 coming along. The 365 is one of those locos that it is quite nice to drive. It's a pig ugly thing, and the brakes on them are atrocious, or at least they are on the DTG version. I have it on fairly good authority that the Armstrong Powerhouse version, the brakes are quite good, and I am semi-interested in getting the Armstrong Powerhouse one. So, you know, possibly around the end of the month, I'll certainly be getting the Class 67 Loco. It's quite possible I will also get yeah, the 365 EMU. Sandy, which we are approaching. Past another 319. We are again on the avoiding lines. Yeah, this fast route from King's Cross to Peterborough, I mean, yeah, it has us avoiding so many stations. I was supposed to point out when we were at the halfway point, but yeah, I've long since missed that. So another, yeah, fairly major whatever it is. I mean, some of those buildings make it look like a mill to me, but I'm not sure it is one. So St Neots station is coming up. lost a fair bit of speed actually. I wasn't paying attention to that. Shouldn't be down at 118. Here comes a 700. Getting plenty of the 700 series coming along. So here is St Neots Station, class 321 on the other far side there. Right, so we have a speed decrease down to 120 coming up in about a mile and a half. So we'll keep the throttle going, but we'll put it down to the lowest. It does not look like we're losing any speed though there, so let's coast and let the speed drop that way. There we go, so we're now fine. So there we are into the 120 zone. In fact, we'll drop the with the speed set at 120, we will not be speeding, so it will make sure that the only time we will get speeding errors is the 125, as we have done already. We do have the speed increase up to 125 coming up. So in the 125 zone. Here we are. And another 717. We're going through Huntingdon station, Huntingdonshire as they insist on calling it, because yeah, this is snobby Tory heartland if ever there was one. Now on a 1 in 200 uphill gradient, which normally wouldn't really be an issue, but I was only in like 59 I think percent throttle, so let's make sure we can continue gaining speed. now on one in 200 downhill. We are constantly speeding still, so I'm going to have to put it into 0 throttle. Just coasting. I had really high hopes for a completely clean run, and that's what, 2 speeding errors now. It might even be 3. Yeah, it's been a bit of a disaster on the clean run front. But it's been a good run. The East Coast Main Line is not the greatest for, like, fantastic scenery. But if you like, driving high-speed trains at their highest speed, it's a great one. Because we're on this 1 in 200 downhill still, I've got to coast if I want to try and lose any speed. So now on level ground. But not for long. And we have a speed reduction coming up, so we'll start coasting a bit. I suspect we will need a brake at some point to get to that 105. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a brake. Speed set down to 105. Okay, right now we can throttle up to 105 now. So we're in the 105 zone. In a mile and a half it comes down to 100. Not that surprising. I mean, Peterborough is now less than 7 miles away, so it would have if I selected it in the right way. So we are actually going back up to 115 fairly soon. So we are in that 100 zone. We're in the 115 zone in about half a mile. There we are. So reset that. Let's start to speed up again. Oh well, doesn't last very long. Back down to 105 in a mile and a half. Of course, we're going to be going a hell of a lot slower than that fairly soon. Peterborough is just over 3 miles from here. So we're already down to 105, and yeah, we're still a fair distance from the 105 zone. And Peterborough is now only 2 miles away, and there you see, yeah, 30 mph speed limit coming up. So we really need to start braking quite heavy here. Perhaps not quite as heavily as I am braking, but that's nothing though. So this is the single yellow aspect. Oh, okay, that previous one must have been for the AWS ramp for yeah, the speed change. We've gone way down below 30 now. Let's get our speed back up again. Yeah, we have a class 43. That is an Intercity 125 there. Completely silent one, but oh well. So 365 already in the station. Turn off the speed set, we don't need that now. I think it's going to be a bit tight getting the whole train on here, but I think we will just about be able to do it. Or not. But there we are. That was King's Cross to Peterborough. Well, the rear car didn't quite make it. Yeah, King's Cross to Peterborough in the class 800/2 LNER Zoomer. Yeah, it's a great run when you're doing it in a train like this, and you're able to really get that speed up, because the scenery on the East Coast Main Line is not fantastic. It is a bit boring, but when you're driving, you know, a train like this on it, you don't care. It's a great drive then. And the Azuma itself, the 800, is always a decent drive. Whether it's the 800 right the way through to the 807 that you're driving, they're always great ones to drive. So yeah, I got no problems with that one at all. So 2 speeding errors, not happy about that. I really should have got the clear run that I was targeting for this one. 76 miles total. I thought it might have been about 78, but Yeah, no, I didn't do too badly. I mean, normally on a 76-mile run, I've got at least 5 speeding errors, so the fact I've only got 2, I can't complain too much, I guess. Even though, I mean, I was using a speed set for most of it, so yeah, there's no excuse really. But anyway, yeah, good run. So that brings this video to an end, and we will see you at the next one.